It's not a generational thing, and I'll tell you why. Even though this new generation was born into social media. Hey everybody, Nathan here. Welcome to Nathan Oakley Unleashed. So today I wanted to take a little bit of time to talk about something that happened to me a couple days ago. And that is a couple of idiots decided to roam around in the back room of my job. And yes, I do have a job. To those alpha males who think people who have jobs happen to be losers. Hey, say hello to the loser. Yes, I have a job. I have something that pays the bills, pays my car note, puts food on the table, pays the rent. Okay. Now, back to the video, or back to the story I was going to get into. Anyway, a couple of idiots was roaming around in the back room of my store where I work, and I just so happened to be using the restroom in the back room. And as soon as I walked out, I seemed to just walk into that confrontation that one of my other employees tried to handle. And I basically just stood there. I stood behind him, and it was only because it felt like the right thing to do in case something bad was going to happen. And I was staying calm, staying collected, which is kind of a new thing for me because usually when something like that happens, I get nervous and feel like I'm about to do something I don't want to do. So, but at that point, I stay calm, I stay collected because I guess some things have changed about me. So, anyway, what these guys were doing were apparently uh, making videos for whatever content they were making. Apparently, they have YouTube channels, and I can confirm that because as we were escorting them out of the building, another one of these fools came up behind us, started screaming, "Hey, I know you from YouTube. You have a YouTube channel, right?" So, and that's how I know that. And before all that happened, these two guys were claiming they were new on the job. They were new hires. It's their first day. And this happened at 7 o'clock at night. And me personally thinking, you fucking serious? You think we're going to believe that? And you could tell by the way that way these guys dressed, that these were young kids acting like fools. And just trying to put attention on themselves. So after that, management was called. Management and I escorted them out, and the the reason why I helped out and make sure they got escorted out was because, for one thing, I don't have experience in those kinds of matters, but I'm not trying to brag here, even though you may think I am, but I do have some martial arts experience. I have 3 years of kickboxing. I've had an amateur kickboxing match. Uh, I'm a first degree black belt, and in Taekwondo, I've sparred. I've known what it's like to get my ass kicked, and I know what it's like to kick ass. Um, so I kind of felt like I think that's probably the reason why I felt so calm and collected because I've had that behind me, and plus I've had therapy. I've also done meditation, uh, and I'm not sure what else, but it was actually kind of gave me a new heightened uh, sense of my surroundings, so to speak, and. Uh, the problem was solved, and we were able to escort them out. We did have to call the police because they were getting loud and obnoxious. So Did the police arrive? No, but they were called uh, because the manager that was calling the police was actually worried about not only our safety but the safety of the patrons, and it was a necessary thing to do. And they were escorted out. They did drive off, and that was that. So um, why I'm talking about this is because I think there is an issue going on here. And I don't think some people have said that this is a generational issue. It is not. I don't think, in my personal aspect of things, from what I see, and I'm not a professional here. I'm not a professional therapist, psychiatrist, or anything like that. This is my own personal opinion. It's not a generational thing, and I'll tell you why. Even though this new generation was born into social media, it is not. We're not the only ones that have access. They're not the only ones that have access to social media. I am Generation X. I'm 48 years old. I have access to social media. The boomers, the generation before me, have access to social media. And every other generation after me, they all have access to social media. Now, what I'm saying is, I think social media is the problem. And how do we regulate this? I don't know. I don't think social media causes the problem. I think social media is a good tool to have, especially when you want to run a business or um, running for, I guess, political office. You want to teach people things. I think social media is a good tool for that, but there is cons to that pro. And social media has given people a platform to do bad things, to do cause bad behavior. Um, People seem to think that because they can have social media, they don't need to ask for permission to um, record other people when it comes to pranks and that kind of thing. Um, I think social media has heightened a sense of things where people think they can do things and not suffer the consequences for it, even though there have been instances where people posted stuff on social media and they have suffered the consequences of it. It doesn't matter if you're politically right, politically left, or just being an asshole. People have suffered the consequences of that. And as you know, once you put stuff on the internet, it's there forever. So I don't know. I mean, I guess there's a reason why I make these kind of videos. That I've been recently been making these kinds of videos because I got tired of the bad behavior. I got tired of the bullying and uh, the red pill manosphere nonsense, and the whole fake alpha male BS that's going around also. And I just got tired of it and decided to speak up on it. And being a human being as a child growing up, being bullied, it has had an effect on me. And yes, to some people's surprise, I was bullied growing up because I am different. I do have a disability called Treacher Collins syndrome. As you can see, I mean, I have a hearing aid here and no ear there, and it has some deformities. And yeah, I was bullied growing up. So I think that's another reason why decided to make these kinds of videos also. And then I just wanted to call out the bad behavior and the bullshit, and it just got tired. It got tiring, and I feel like I should also speak up on it. Other people have also spoken up on it, and I was inspired to do so not only by them, but of course my own personal experiences. So, um, and again, in case I didn't say this, I want to know what your thoughts are on this and what you think and what you think that can be done, that should be done. And I'm not talking about, hey, we got to get rid of the political left or we got to get rid of the political right. No, people have their right to exercise their First Amendment rights when it comes to politics, even if we don't like it or not. But we do have a right to call out the bad behavior, and and that's what I'm trying to do. So, um, yeah, tell me what you guys think, and thank you for listening. Thank you for sticking out for this long. This is an 11-minute video. So until then, I'll see you guys in the next video. And again, let me know your thoughts in the comments, and I'll see you guys next time. Drink your water. Take care of yourself. Have yourself a legendary day.